are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharpe, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was...
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Take it at the 37. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa on the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tua. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
2nd down at 4. Prescott down. Caught by Allen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. The Chargers at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Gerald Everett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now a handoff to Chandler. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Tua. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From the 38, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. going to the air. Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it'll be third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run it with Chandler. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there on 2nd and goal. They'll get half the distance and a fresh set of downs to try to punch one in. Chandler will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Tua now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Tua going to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Charger drive about to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. On 2nd and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
But you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As the season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Final play of the half, Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Tua now on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Here's Chandler. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now Chandler.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He'll look to throw.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Running on first down, Eckler.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7.
Looking to throw. Prescott. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's got room.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
First down, Prescott. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 27, Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a 12-point game.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Here's Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turn.
And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on first down. Chandler. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
So where all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, Chandler. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back to throw is Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimate.
Our Father who art in heaven, now I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions. I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class. Seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united. Allegiant my soul forever. I murder my adolescence. Assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things. I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh.
New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. It's Tito, she a pack. Finna guaranteed, move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todos tus raperos favoritos paniqueados, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos adoptados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No hay nadie que pueda conmigo. Dios es mi testigo, I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4-2, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the ring.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Smith.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Now Geno on 1st down.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Again, Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with Sanders off the option.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. Touchdown!
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw backed up in their own territory and throwing it out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
They moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. An option handoff given to Sanders. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go, Lee. 60 by 60 by
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And Walker once more.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll try the air now with Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 13 yards out.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Ready?
Gino's going to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man. That's Devontae Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. But first down, Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Hurts will throw.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Gino now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
14 yards that time for number 14. On 1st and 10, Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's caught. Lockett. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got Watkins on the out route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time. And it'll be 1st down Eagles.
Come on. Hey.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
That was a nice run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hurts going to keep it again. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. They run with Sanders off the option. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get...
Ready?
On first down, it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Throwing again is Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now Smith. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. On 2nd and goal, Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. An option handoff given to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Let's go.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Second down, back to Sanders. And a short gain down to about the 33.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And some strong running there as he's down just.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we live. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you ride it like we ride it with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you ride it like we ride it with each other, ain't no hiding. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 22-yard line.
Come on. Hey! Reload. Ready.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on second down. Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Throwing is Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from the 20. And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game,
Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Chiefs 14, Seahawks 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Hey, check that.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
60 Mavericks. 18, Pioneers.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Ready?
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He wanted to find his receiver there, but a little too much air on the throw for them to connect in the end zone.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the right side, it's Kelce. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Yellow.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this pass caught by Gray. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes on the slant. He's got Hardman. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. There he goes, left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd and 1, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On 1st down, it's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Hurry, hurry!
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mecca. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through, with the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do, with the insight to be equal. No disguise needed, a voice that finds reason to multiply people in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners, we'll be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peep the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The clean cause they need it most. Politics with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just gotta get that faith to know that. Well, guess you got mine, I got your back. I know it's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson, first play, going to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Jackson now. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've all... Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that.
Jackson on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So after the INT, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Allen off the play fake. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Allen to throw once more. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Across the middle, he finds Robinson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bills they'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And now,
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On play action, Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up third and 12.
Here's Allen. Quick toss to Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 39 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run here with Dobbins. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Ravens 31, Bills 21. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Finding Knox there, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a throw here to his running back. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a third and about 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Here's Allen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. Allen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine.